Hello everyone and welcome to the first episode of Hype Report with Dom Smith. I'm your host Dom Smith and that's right, they're giving everyone a show here at Comedy Hype. This week we're talking about the controversy surrounding the upcoming Netflix docu-series Queen Cleopatra. The series is set to explore the life and legacy of Cleopatra VII, who ruled Egypt from 51 to 30 BC. The project's been criticized by many Egyptians who are accusing Hollywood of blackwashing and misrepresenting Cleopatra's race. The series is scheduled to begin streaming on May 10th on Netflix. The recently released trailer is showing the black biracial actress Adele James starring as the queen herself. Now the controversy comes from Egyptians saying that the creators have ignored the fact that Cleopatra and other Egyptians of her time had far lighter skin and more European features than those of the actress and others that are cast in the series.
Hollywood has been erasing my people from we are not allowed to tell our own history. And I'm sorry, I have to disagree with the gentleman. It's not just Cleopatra. Everybody in that movie, her court, everybody who's supposed to be Egyptian, they look like they came from West Africa, from the south of the Sahara. Where are the Egyptian actors? Where are the Arab actors who suppose it?
That was Egyptian comedian Bassem Youssef, who also mentioned a voice in the trailer that said, "I remember my grandmother saying to me, I don't care what they tell you in school, Cleopatra was black." Youssef would ask, why are African American people telling my own history? The debate over Cleopatra's race has been going on forever. Some believe she was of Greek descent, while others are arguing she was mixed race. Cleopatra was born in Egypt during the Hellenistic period that saw the blend of both Greek and Egyptian cultures. Queen Cleopatra and the lead actress aren't the only ones that have received criticism. The executive producer of the project, everyone's favorite peacemaker Jada Pinkett Smith, has also gotten backlash specifically for saying, "We don't often get to see or hear stories about black queens." Egyptians have complained about their history being manipulated and misrepresented. Dr. Mustafa Wazari, a Secretary General of the Egyptian Supreme Council of Archaeology, called the docuseries a falsification of Egyptian history and a blatant historical misconception. He went on to say that because the project is categorized as a documentary and not fiction, it should be important to investigate accuracy and refer to the historical context and scientific facts in order to ensure that the history and civilizations of people is not falsified. Now, the director of the project, Tina Gavari, defended the casting choice by saying, "It is more likely that Cleopatra looked like Adele James than Elizabeth Taylor ever did. Perhaps that it's not just that I've directed a series that portrays Cleopatra as black, but that I have asked Egyptians to see themselves as Africans, and they are furious at me for that. I am okay with that." According to an Israeli newspaper with a name that I will not pronounce, an Egyptian lawyer has sued Netflix for misrepresenting Cleopatra's race and their failure to conform to Islamic and societal values and principles, especially Egyptian ones. Now, this has also led to an online petition against the film's Afrocentrism. The petition has gotten nearly 10,000 signatures with the Twitter hashtag #EgyptForEgyptians. The idea of Egyptians not identifying as black has been controversial for quite some time. According to Middle East Eye, back in February, Kevin Hart was scheduled to perform in Egypt for the very first time. Unfortunately, the show was reportedly canceled because they considered some of Hart's comments as promoting Afrocentrism.
It's not about black and white. It's about the continuous appropriation and falsification of history that has been done by what the so-called Afrocentrist movement. The Afrocentric movement started the last century as a way, in a good intention, to teach African American about their rich history of West Africa. But the thing is, that's why you find people like Kevin Hart, who subscribes to these theories, who claim that his ancestors built the pyramids. I'm sorry, your ancestors had their own wonderful civilization in West Africa. They are culture appropriating my culture, calling the people of Egypt of today, despite their skin tone, they call us as intruders, and they are being erased from our own history.
According to the source, Hart said, "We must teach our children the true history of black Africans when they were kings in Egypt, and not just in the era of slavery that is cemented by education in America. Do you remember the time when we were kings?" Middle East Eye states that they're unclear where the remarks originated, which is excellent journalism. I-24 reported the exact same thing. People in Egypt have accused the comedian of distorting history and robbing Arabs of their claim to the country's ancient past. A statement by R Productions, an Egyptian event management company, would blame the cancellation on local production issues. So what do you guys think about Egypt being upset over the supposed Hollywood blackwashing? They say first it was Ariel from The Little Mermaid, now Cleopatra. Let us know in the comments below, but first, what does Paul Mooney think about this?
And white folks want Cleopatra to be white so bad. Oh, she was part Greek. You may have Greek blood in you. That don't make you white. They're crazy because of what she did. That's why.
Let us know in the comments below. I'm Dom Smith. That was this week's Hype Report.